Hello, this is California Grandma, October 9, 2009. I'm the grandmother of 10, and I care about what's happening right now in the United States of America as I watch the destruction of the future by the President and Congress as they make laws that have nothing to do with freedom or the United States Constitution, or the Democratic Republic, actually, that we are supposed to have in the United States of America. The Democratic Republic that's being replaced with socialism. And in the process, the people are losing their financial freedom as new taxes are put into place to create a European-style welfare system. And the young people of America will pay for the out-of-control spending that's happening as a result of all of this. Even Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, said this week that we must have a value-added tax. Hello, Mrs. Pelosi. You are violating the mandate of no taxation without representation. Do you hear me? Can you hear me, Congress? Stop it now! Stop ruining America! Stop giving my grandchildren and your grandchildren a terrible debt because you owe somebody for getting you into office. Yes, that's right. You heard me right. You owe somebody, and you are not making the laws. You have other people that are making the laws. The only solution that I can see to the problems that are being created daily by the United States Congress and the President is an entirely new government created by the people. Oh, I would gladly take the position for 60 days as position of the dictator of the United States of America before returning it to the constitutional republic status that it should be. And my first executive order would be to fire every member of Congress. My second executive order would be hiring Greta Van Susteren and that Wall Street guy that she has on her show all the time, what's his name, Steve Moore, to interview the good Congress people to make sure that they believe in the United States Constitution, and then they could have their jobs back. Not jobs, their representative positions back. And there are a few good guys I know in Congress. People such as Darrell Issa and Ron Paul are examples. I would have an executive order that would command new elections within 10 days for the new Congress. I would have an executive order firing all the Supreme Court justices except for Clarence Thomas and a few others that can think logically and believe in the United States Constitution. I would have an executive order that gets rid of every law made since 1930, except there would be a few exceptions. I'll give you an example of an exception. The 1964 Civil Rights Act, which I strongly believe was necessary. I even marched for Martin Luther King in the early 60s, pushing my little white baby down various streets because I believed in the message of freedom for at that time what we called the Negro people. And I was called a communist. Like right now, I know people think that I'm nuts for what I'm doing right now, and they'll probably have a name caller. Maybe they'll call me a radical right-winger. I don't know what they'll call me, but they'll have a name to call me. But hey, I was called a communist for defending the right cause, the just cause of the civil rights movement, and it's proven to be correct. I would have an executive order in which congressional positions are not jobs. They are representatives of the people, and they will be reimbursed for air costs to go back and forth to visit their districts that they represent, and a few other things. But there will be no retirement, there will be no perks at all. No lobbyists will be allowed to write the laws for them. They must originate the laws that must originate from the people in their district. Anyway, you get the picture, I think. These are just a few actions that will give states the money that they need. Oh, it'll give education money. Because right now, all of our wonderful California tax dollars for education first go to Washington, D.C., where that money is redistributed to all of the states of the Union. That money doesn't come back to California for education. But under my new dictatorial position, there will be. All our money will stay in California, and maybe we can redevelop the great education system that we had here once upon a time. Did you know that once upon a time, not that long ago, in my lifetime, California had the best education system in the entire world? Now it's way at the bottom because we're paying all these bureaucrats in county, state, and federal offices to dream up things that are not related to the classroom necessarily, to justify their bureaucratic positions. High paid, by the way. So we'll be rid of all that. So yeah, it'll help education too. So please, please, America, please demand that your representatives represent you and follow the United States Constitution, not the lobbyists or other people that pay them. Thank you.